Yo, what is up, friends, foes, and members of the Omni Council? My name is Daimien Kamiya, I am the Omni King. So here's the thing. I went through a shit ton. So I got these blue light glasses on now. I went through a shit ton of trial and error to try and get this figured out. And I still don't think I have it perfect. I had to mess with my settings a bit, mess with my webcam settings a bit, learned that having autofocus and stuff on was actually detrimental, learned that there's another Logitech app that is way less intensive that also can handle all my webcam settings way easier. So I installed that and uninstalled G-Hub since I don't have a keyboard anymore. Because my keyboard is Corsair now. Moved where my light is. So my light, instead of being directly behind the monitor I normally play on, it's now off to the left behind the monitor I don't play on. And then I was still having glare issues with my glasses until I learned that I should just tilt them. So like, instead of them resting on my ear, they are resting above, like an inch or two above my ears, like leaning, like tilting down. So this way there's no glare, and I'm still seeing through the lenses. The camera can see my eyes through the lenses. I'm feeling fine. Other than, you know, tired, but what can you do? I will say I took advantage of the fact that all this tiredness. So remember that personal shit I was working on? So it started like over a month ago, like this stuff. I was working on it bits and pieces, but the thing is, it kept growing faster than I was working on. Last night, I finished it. I finished the last bits of it. So it has nothing to do with streaming, but it's done. And that alone should help me make better time for sleep. I do next want to work on the Silver Veil cross stitch. That was actually one of the things I needed to do during this personal thing, which is go through a lot of data. So much data that I have a secondary 2 terabyte hard drive. I had to move all the cross stitching videos because there's several terabyte. There's like several hundred gigs, some of them, to a separate external hard drive so I could download and sort through the files. It wasn't really one thing. It was multiple things that were all within a similar category. I don't really want to get into it. But an example is, imagine you're video editing. You're just editing videos. You're not editing the same video and just making it harder on yourself. I was basically, it's equivalent to like editing multiple videos of different content and stuff like that. Like, it's not what I was doing, but that's just the easiest comparison I can think of. It's just that they all had to do with one topic, but it just was multiple different things and phases within that one topic. But it's all fucking done. So I'm gonna tell you right now, tomorrow the stream is not gonna be at 6 a.m. It'll probably be at like maybe 7 or even 8. So I can actually sleep in. Not even kidding, Sunday into Monday I slept 10 hours. And even then, my internal clock still woke me up at just before 6. Because that's the kind of sleep I've been getting. My alarm was set. I normally set my alarm for 2. I went to sleep at, I think, 8 or 9, and I woke up passively at 1:45. I had to force myself back to sleep. And I woke up at like 9, 10 o'clock. No, sorry. Not 9 or 10 o'clock. It was like 7 or 8 o'clock, I believe. Sorry. So yeah, and then proceeded to get like 4 hours of sleep the next night. But I still felt better that Tuesday at work than I had previously. Like, no joke though. Yeah. So the effects it was having was just bad heartburn. I get heartburn 2 ways: sleep deprivation and stress, and lack of sleep also adds stress. So yeah, I was getting really bad heartburn to the point that just over-the-counter medication like Gaviscon and Pepto-Bismol were just not helping. Suppressing to a degree, but not really helping. So yeah, sleeping is definitely... Even if I don't necessarily get perfect sleep on the weekdays, on my days off, I'm going to start trying to sleep in. Right? Try to get maybe like 8 hours of sleep. You know, if I don't start streaming on time on a day off, give me the benefit of the doubt, I probably just slept, right? Like maybe missed my alarm, forgot to set it, who knows? And I will start streaming probably about an hour after I wake up, is probably. But yeah, so the settings are a bit janky. Let me know if something's off. If you're curious, by the way, that's what happens to my eyes when the glasses are on properly. See how they squint? So this is what I have to... So when I angle them, this is better. Yeah, the blue light glasses, looking into it, so because I'm on my screen so much, yeah, that, like, looking at a monitor... So apparently what it is your body obviously naturally produces a lot of shit, and one of them is melatonin. And one of the things, but when you look at stuff like screens, like, I don't know if it's a blue light or what, but there's something that actually reduces your body's ability to create melatonin. And that's why, like, looking at screens and stuff can make it harder to sleep. So these glasses, they're not the strongest ones, because if I went any stronger, they were the strongest clear pair I could get my hands on. If I went any stronger, the camera could not pick up my eyes, because they'd either be yellow or red tinted. So if anyone's wondering, they are the Horus X Urban is what I got. They're the color is like ghost clear is what it's called. There's 2 types of lights it blocks. One is 100%, which all of them do, and the other is 61%, which is the lowest it can get to with this brand, and the highest it can get to for any clear glasses within this market. Every other clear glass was 35 to 50. So, and these cost me $50, so I'm gonna start using them. Be very, very gentle with them. But yeah, so my eyes go funny. I'm still trying to figure things out here. I tested it a lot with VTube Studio the other day. Like I said, I had to do camera settings, and all my camera settings are now manual. So that can also fuck things up, because nothing's going to be auto-adjusting. Like I said, it recommended to, if you're VTubing, there were recommendations basically stating if you're VTubing, do not have your camera auto-adjust anything, because it'll constantly fuck up, like, the lighting and stuff while reading your face, and so it said to manualize everything. Yeah, there's times like that too, but I don't have the choice on weekdays, because I wake up at 2 and I have to leave the house shortly after 3. So, like, I literally have to get up at 2. I check my computer quickly just to see if anything important happened, since some things happen in the evenings. And I'm obviously, like, I try to go to sleep at like 8 at the latest, usually sometimes later. And then I make breakfast, prep my lunch, and go. That's my morning. I'm out of the house by like 3:10, 3:15. Oh, I'll actually tell you a funny story. So at my job, we have to wear steel toes. The reason why is because we use pump trucks. Yeah. We use pump trucks. By Canadian law, or maybe on, I don't know. I don't know. I'm assuming it's Canadian law because it's probably based in health and safety, which is Canada-wide. Unless each province and territory has their own. Anyway, by law, there are a certain level of equipment basically requires steel toes to be operated, and pump trucks are like the bare minimum. So yeah, you cannot use one without forklifts. So now I want to say no one's in trouble here, no one's an asshole here. I get to work roughly about like 20 minutes early. I'd rather be early, you know, like I also walk to work and it's a long walk, so I would rather just get there early in case of detours. Like if they're like, obviously it's late at night, but late at night doesn't have like the construction delays I used to have with my old job. Late at night tends to have things like, I've not seen a raccoon somehow, but I've seen skunks, I've seen rabbits, I've seen what I swear to God was like a possum or a weasel. I don't know. I've seen a fox and I've seen coyotes. I've seen all of that. None of them, usually they all run away from me, but sometimes you got to detour. Sometimes you just can't go that way. Another example, while this didn't happen while I was on mornings, it did happen when I was on nights, and leaving early allowed me to get to work on time. Back in January, we had a ridiculous snowstorm. I'm talking waist-deep snow. It took them fucking forever to plow the pathway I walked to get to work. So I had to take main roads instead, because I took sort of like a park back road, but those don't have priority over sidewalks. So and roadways. So I had to take a massive detour walking on the road because a lot of the sidewalks still hadn't gotten done. And in most cases, the city's not even in charge of plowing sidewalks, because if it's in front of a residential home, it's the homeowner's responsibility to plow or to shovel or plow the sidewalk in front that is on their property. The only exception to that is if it's on certain roads that are integral to public. Like, there's a sidewalk in front of my house. While we should shovel it, should we have the opportunity and time to do so, we don't have to, because a plow will come down the sidewalk because there's a lot of schools near our house. And that's enough of a safety concern for like children that a plow will do the sidewalks. But yeah, so like, anyways, back to the actual story. So I get to work early, but I just head in. I head in, you know, go to my locker, put my stuff in, you know, etc., etc. And then, well, when work actually started, I couldn't find a pump truck. I told my direct manager, and she goes, oh, well, you know, like, by the way, I want to point out the one thing she did wrong here was that she didn't even try to help me. I told another manager, and the first thing he did was said, I'll go look one for you. I'll go look for one for you. By the way, this was an hour into my shift of me having to hand bomb a lot of shit rather than using a pump truck to move stuff around. So it was a significantly more labor-intensive waste of time. Yeah, and he came back to me in 5 minutes with a pump truck. Just so you know. Anyways, she told me, she's like, why didn't you get one? You know, why didn't you get one when you come in? Because some people do that. They come in and will immediately grab one and bring it with them before clocking in. And I said 2 reasons why. Number 1, I'm not on the clock, and number 2, I'm not wearing my steel toes because they're in my locker. She didn't fight me on that because I'm technically correct. But there is another employee. I used to work with her on nights, but I saw her during the day today, and I asked her, I said, like, I just, you know, she's on the health and safety board for the store. She's on the small health and safety board. So I asked her, I said, hey, no one did anything wrong here, but I just want to make sure I handled the situation correctly. She goes, okay. I said, you know, I explained the whole thing to her. I said, like, you know, I was asking, why didn't I get one early? And I said, well, A, I'm not on the clock and I'm not wearing steel toes. And I said, like, you know, is that the right thing to say? And she goes, the steel toes is the big one. And I said, yeah, but so is not being on the clock, because what if I get hurt operating that pump truck? And she goes, you wouldn't be covered. Right? Workman's comp implies that you are a workman, and if I'm not on the clock, I am not a workman. So operating a vehicle irresponsibly because you cannot operate a pump truck without steel toes on, I would irresponsibly be operating it basically in a means in which I know I'm not supposed to, and injure myself while not being on the clock. That would just be up shit's creek for me, under every possible thing. If I got hurt, I would be 100% at fault and not covered it. So, yeah, like that was a fun start to my day. Yeah. Anyway, at 500 subs, let me read my script here. At 500 subs, I'll be playing Pokemon XG Next Gen, a mod of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. It does a lot of changes, such as the physical special split, Gen 7 mechanics, fairy types, etc. One other thing too is it gives a lot of Pokemon weather setting abilities. So I'm gonna want to run a weather team, and you, the viewer, will get to vote on what weather I use. So if that interests you, feel free to subscribe, and sometime within the next 4 years, I may hit 500 subs and we can give it a shot. Well, there's a lot of pump trucks, but there's also enough staff to kind of match the amount of pump trucks, right? And since some people grab them early, some people are there before we get there. Like, we're the 4 o'clock crew, there's a 2 o'clock crew, right? So some were already grabbed. So it's just like some other departments kind of hoard them out of sight. So like, it's just kind of a combination of all of that. The only two, there were two, but they're special. There were 2 pump trucks there, but they were specialty ones that aren't designed for normal pallet usage. So, I couldn't grab them. Anyway, let's get to the game as we continue this conversation. Let me fix that, by the way. By the way, Lizreal, have you noticed that it's not asking me to sign in anymore? All right, one sec. The game is running, by the way. I'm just doing something here really quick out of game. There we go. If I bend weird, it's because I have food in front of me. Where's the captain? On my chat, it was asking me to sign in because when I don't know who updated what, whether it was YouTube or OBS, but I had to sign into a separate source, but it wouldn't let me sign in. I recently learned that you can, for any URL inserts into OBS, you can basically click, there's a right-click option to interact, and from there I was actually able to log into my YouTube account. So we're gonna learn how to fish.
Oh?
It's Adol and the little lady. Where'd you get that getup, Adol? Special gift from a special some. I just found it on the beach. Please don't make it sound so weird. Anyway, what are you two doing here? Sahad and I woke up early, feeling pretty hungry, so we came here. Gotta eat breakfast and take a dump afterwards, else I'll get all antsy. Excuse me? Kill you to have some modicum of modesty, you know, like a proper adult. What's the matter? Feeling hungry too? Sounds like you got a healthy appetite. How dare you? That most definitely was not me. Christian, apologize at once for making such a vulgar noise. That wasn't me. But who else could it have been if not you? Anyway, we're definitely gonna fall behind if we head out on empty stomachs. A lot of lifting to do, but I'll see what to do about our food situation first. Say, Hod, you're a fisherman, right? You think you could catch us some fish to eat? Huh? Who do you think you're talking to? I just gotta scrounge up the right tools first. But yeah, I can make that happen. Well, that settles it. Why don't you head to the beach with Sahad and catch us some breakfast? In the meantime, I'll get a fire ready so we can cook your catch. Must I go too? Never caught a fish before. Don't worry, I'll teach you just how to bait a hook and cast a line. Remember, if you want to eat, you gotta fish. Very well, then. Oh, yeah, one last thing, Adol. I prepped some facilities in the village that might help you out. Facilities? Well, I guess they're not facilities in the usual sense. Though, why don't you check them out before you head to the beach? Check them out, but we gotta be fast, or else Laxia's stomach's gonna keep grumbling at us. I already said that noise did not come from me. I think this was the first game to implement fishing. I don't know if the second one did or not. Or if it was Memories of Celceta. Actually, I know 9 did not have fishing, because there wasn't really much to fish. The entire game took place in an urban city. There really wasn't a lot of locations to go to fish. Hammer and a rusty anvil? What's this for? Maintaining our weapons. Here we might be able to do some minor keep-up to our weapons. Oh, I get it. Simple but helpful. All we need to maintain our weapons are the proper materials. That reminds me, I found this near the shore. This might come in handy. Let's have you... If you have time, let's try it out. Oh, I'm gonna have a ton of iron. There's sadly a limit to what I can do here. Because you need the actual blacksmith before... Yeah, I can only do this. I get the blacksmith soon, though. Yeah, this is one of those games... Like, all the other Ys games actually allow you to carry over your weapons. This is the only one that doesn't. Specifically for plot reasons. I've fished in the past, but I hated touching worms. So, I wouldn't fish if no one could put the worm on for me. There's still, Captain Barbarossa is still out walking around. He said he wanted to check out the area. So, I guess I can try to have breakfast ready before he gets back. Why don't you three head to the beach and catch us a fish? On the way, make sure you check out the new facilities. Is this the other one? This looks like where Dogi is storing all the village's materials. There's a note here. Let's read it. Materials in the warehouse belong to everyone. Help yourself to anything you need, but don't forget to replace it with something of equal value. So this is the shop. Well, the reason why weapons are so... It's actually plot relevant. So the primordials, like the dinosaur we fought in the last stream... They can't be killed except by a certain material, a certain metal, which your weapons do not have until like halfway through the game. It's plot relevant that you cannot kill primordials for quite some time. But after that, there isn't anything really big about it. They just kind of become any other type of enemy to kill. But until then, you can beat them down. Even you'll find random primordials a little bit. You can fight them, but you can't kill them. You could empty their HP, but they'll just end up getting back up like the boss did there. Yeah, this is the shop. After this, they kept this feature in 9 as well, where you can but in this game there is no money because you're on a deserted island and money holds no value. It's actually interesting because, once again, it's the only Ys game that doesn't have an actual money type currency. How many RPGs can you even think like that don't have any type of currency? It's effectively more crafting than it is currency. You're trading 2 items. I've not really paid attention to any of the directs. I don't really care. I never really watch them. I don't own most of the consoles that the information comes out on. I don't own a Switch 2. I don't own Xboxes. I don't own PlayStations. Only PC is relevant to me. I do know some of the announcements, like they announced Kingdom Hearts trailer, which is great, because then the game can come out in 7 years. Yeah. It's a bartering / kind of crafting system. The old-timey trade system. I bet this will come in real handy. This gets, there's someone that takes this over, but yeah, so the way it works is, if I want a sturdy bone, I have to trade 10 light bones for it. This is so one thing that's really great about this mechanic is that even in the late game, the lower ranked materials are still good. Right? Have you ever played a game where, like, you can still get some low materials, like low early game materials, but they're useless because you're past that point in the game? This removes that. I can farm thin hides to level them to thick hides to level them to the next hide if I wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it because it still takes forever, but we already know that one. There's something wrong with blue health potions? What's this like here? I think OBS... I think my model is fine for now. No. Just let me know if my model starts going weird, Lizrael. I will say, I did, like... I know it's more of a me problem, but I did feel bad that I canceled, Monday and Tuesday's streams. I know Thursday or Wednesday was also canceled too. But because you said Monday and Tuesday were your last days off, I felt kind of bad. I'm like, oh man, he was gonna like, he's likely probably gonna be able to hang around in my streams a bit. And they're green in the later, in some of the other games. Ys 10, they were green. Well, it varied on what the potion did, but I think the health were green, mana were blue, and the gauge was orange. With waves this calm, this is a perfect day for fishing. All right, let's catch us some fish. Where do we even start? Typically, you want to find a spot where there are lots of fish and cast your line there. It's spotting fish easier said than done. Lucky for us, there are lots of fish swimming around these islands. We don't gotta look hard to find them. Look over there, check it out. Is that... Aye, those are fish shadows. Means there's fish gathering near that spot. Might even reel in a big catch if you're lucky. You ever want to fish? Keep your eyes peeled for signs of fish activity. Now, I gotta admit, at least this time they're teaching fishing like it's a survival thing. And Ys 10, it got shoehorned in. Hey, we have to find out what the Grieger are doing. Let's quickly get onto the island and figure this out. But first, let me teach you how to let me teach you guys how to fish. That makes sense. One more thing. You can't fish without bait. Obviously, we need bait. I just wish it wasn't worms. Fish tend to like the local bait, you know, nearby critters and such. Just do a little exploring and you'll find a whole bunch of them. Anyway, experience is the best teacher. Come on, let's do some fishing. So fish is something I'm going to have to do for this playthrough. I forget how to activate fishing. I'm supposed to catch a fish with this. Have you caught anything? I caught a single thing. What am I doing wrong? Trick is to cast your line where the fish are swimming. Not that tough. Go on, give it a try. I'm sure the three of us can reel in a hearty breakfast. I forget how to fish. Fishing is the C button.
All right.
Hey, I got my fishing pretty high in Stardew too. I just had to use a mod that made the game auto-fish for me.
What's biting today?
But the reason why is one of the achievements I'm going for is is 100% items, which fish are classified as items in this game. So I have to catch one of every fish. There is also an NPC in the game you need to feed fish to get other items. So you have to feed him once of every fish as well. I got a bite. Huh? Stronger than I expected. I did it. Look, everyone, see what I caught? I mean, I'm just so surprised I was able to catch one. Not bad. You're pretty good for a beginner. Think you two got real potential. Really? Can't explain what came over me, but it was rather joyful. You guys can keep these rods. Use them whenever you got the fishing itch. Also, It'll be really helpful if you guys could record every fish you catch, especially if you get a craving for some grilled fish. I know we're on a deserted island and everything, but make sure if you're fishing, you're writing things down. You know, on the paper and pen, with all the papers and pens and pencils that we have on island. We caught enough to make a hearty breakfast, yes. We finished everything that was asked of us. Let's return to Dogi. The fire should be ready by now. Isn't it really convenient though, Lizriel, that we get stranded on a deserted island, and out of all the survivors, we have a blacksmith, we have a doctor, we have a merchant, right? We have a tailor. Isn't it crazy how we conveniently just have someone that can do all the trades that make survival so significantly easy? They just all happen to be on the boat at the same time. We also have a fisherman here that teaches us how to fish. You check out the facilities? They'll come in handy. You mean it? Then I'm glad I got them all set up. How'd the fishing go? See for yourself. Wow, nice haul. I'll start cooking them up right away. But how should I prepare them? We don't get much work with the terms of seasoning. We'll have to make do with the natural flavors of the catch. In that case, I'll whip up some fish soup. As for cooking utensils, I'll just have to whittle some out of wood and use that. Make sure you don't chuck the bones. We can use them to make a hearty broth. Ooh, great idea. Well, yeah, well, it's said later, but Sahad is from a fishing village, specifically. So, of course, he knows how to fish. He's from a village that makes their livelihood off of fishing. My favorite one, though, is the fisherman in Ys 10. A fisherman that lived on a village in a dock city off the ocean that hated going out into open water. It's actually really funny because that's how he kind of rizzed up the girl on the other woman on board, because he thought she was upset and literally fought his fear of fishing, of going out on the open water to catch a fish to make her a nice meal to cheer her up. You know how to cook too? I'm an outdoorsman, so is that really all it takes? You don't know how to cook, Lexi? Well, I guess it's not that surprising. Sorry. I'm just used to servants preparing my meals. Then there's a great opportunity. The recipe for this soup is so simple anyone can follow it. Why not use it to practice your cooking? Oh, consider it if you thank you. So just like Ys 10 and I guess Ys 9 and technically 10, there's limited foods in the game. There's like 10, I think, or something like. There was 10 and 9 for sure. You can only make, I think, 9 or 10 of each. Some of them are broken. They're more broken. I've never seen food items be more broken than in Ys 10, in Ys 9. Ys 9, it was literally like, hey, here's an item that for a very tiny amount of time makes all your attacks cost 0 MP, but that tiny amount of time is actually ridiculous. And there's also a second food that has a slightly longer duration. So you get like 10 or you get like 20 items that just basically allow you to spam the best attacks in the game, which effectively, by the way, I just want to point out, the super boss of the game can be killed before you ever run out of the MP food. Now, you can only have one food active at a time, and there's damage reduction foods, stuff like, and health regen foods. But the best offense is using the strongest moves in your arsenal as much as possible. So guess what? Fur's gonna fly! And Lizrael, that is a direct reference to Ys 9, as in my opinion, the best move in the game is White Cat's. It's like Centennial Burst or something, and it's just like she just punches rapidly in front of her. It's one of the best moves in the game, in my opinion. It's spammable, strong, and 90% of the time when she uses the move, she says, "Fur's gonna fly!" She says one other thing, but most of the time it's just spamming, "Fur's gonna fly! Fur's gonna fly! Fur's gonna fly! Fur's gonna fly!" You can imagine how fun that was, to use the best move in the game and hear that the whole time. I'm stuffed. What do you think, Laxia? Is your stomach finally full? Yes, thank you. Wondering how we're gonna feed ourselves in this island, but I guess that won't be an issue for us. Now then, Mr. Christian. We should begin our search for other survivors. Ah, that's right. You better get a move on, Adel. Before you head out, you might want to check in with Captain Barbarossa. Good idea. He just came back, so I know he's around here somewhere. Sorry, can't be more specific. Well, did you see him go left or right? I'm going to assume he's somewhere over here because, well, we were fishing down there.
Ah, that's...
Oh, these two.
Good morning, everyone.
You know what's great about these two, Elizrael? Dropping the spoilers. Barbarossa is the only villager that, well, technically one of two villagers that dies. And the parrot is actually a messenger of the goddess Maya, which is effectively this game's version of Gaia, the mother goddess. Goddess of Earth. Who is integral to the plot, because technically everything, this world is her dream as she sleeps. And when you kill the Lacrimosa, it wakes her up, which is supposed to annihilate the world because she's not dreaming it anymore. But somehow, they're able to make the world a separate one with Dana as the goddess of evolution wielding the Lacrimosa.
Morning! Morning!
Huh? That bird just talk at us?
But yeah, he dies, the captain, which is a shame. He's actually such a reliable guy. And he's truly take charge. But yes, he does indeed die. And he doesn't die to anything specific native to the island. He gets murdered by another villager, who then proceeds to get eaten by one of the primordials. Because one of the villagers is actually a serial killer that was being tracked. One of the other guys, one of the other crewmates, one of the other passengers was actually trying to find him and had tracked him down, but didn't actually know his actual identity. And, but yeah, he's basically a serial killer. The bird just talked to us.
It appears to be some sort of parrot.
Seems awfully domesticated. Does. I suspect it's simply unafraid of people, having lived its entire life on this deserted island. Thought he could prove useful if I taught him some simple words to use. Nah, that's fine. Oh, I see. It's pretty smart for a bird. The thing is, so the serial killer is the doctor. And he gives himself away. As smart as he is, he gives himself away. What he does is he says that he comes from a port that is currently closed due to war, meaning that there's no possible way he could have actually come from that port. Indeed, he has already learned basic greetings, so I suspect he comes from a good stock. He needs a name, though. 1 second. Getting some drinks. I did not turn my fan on, thank you very much. Fucking sensitive touch tap. Also clipped my shin on the fucking bed frame. My incredibly sensitive shin on the exact sensitive spot. All right. I have like a bruised bone on my right shin. Cherries and cream, Pepsi Cola, 0 sugar. So it's basically Pepsi, cherries, and cream. I'm like, hey, I like Pepsi cherry. Hey, I like Pepsi cream soda. And hey, I like diet stuff, so I'm not chugging too much sugar. Hey, look at this. It's conveniently all 3 things I like. Why not? My absolute favorite diet beverages right now, though. I'm a big Dr. Pepper fan, but I really don't like Dr. Pepper Zero. Coke Zero is a reliable one, I'll say. But it's Mountain Dew Zero, which, while it does have an aftertaste, Mountain Dew just tastes so fucking good that I'll take that aftertaste if it means I'm not fucking having 70% of my daily sugar in a single bottle of Mountain Dew. And then my absolute favorite, though, right now is Crush Orange. Because Crush Orange Zero tastes exactly like Crush Orange. Like, I'm not even kidding. There's no aftertaste. It's perfect. And I haven't had a Diet Crush in forever. I remember, like, fucking, like, what was it? Probably had to be, like, 18 years ago or something like that. I remember having a Diet Crush. It was Diet, not Zero, because Zero wasn't out yet. It was Diet Crush. I remember it tasted different, but what made it special was it didn't even have aspartame in it. It actually advertised that it had Splenda in it, which made it different. Like, that was one of the reasons why my mom let me get it, because my mom had an allergy to aspartame, so she could not drink diet stuff. It wasn't severe, it was just like headaches and migraines. But yeah, she could not drink aspartame. And I don't know how true it was, because I've never had the side effects, but my mom specifically said that me and my sister either had the same allergy or maybe a sensitivity to it. But I don't know. I've never had any issues with diet in my life, aspartame or anything, so I don't know how true that was. But my mom could drink Diet Orange Crush because it was Splenda. My mom had a very peculiar set of allergies. Not gonna lie though, those peculiar set of allergies is probably one of the reasons why she died so young. Because one of my mom's allergies was penicillin. Kinda hard to treat cancer when you're allergic to one of the best basis for most medicine in the modern era. Is that is that a beer? I don't know. I don't drink alcohol, so. Speaking of words, my daughter just started talking on her own too. Oh, that's sweet. Wait, you're what? You have a daughter? Huh? Of course I do. Let me tell you something, little lady. My wife, she's every bit the beauty you are. Really? For some reason, I'm very curious to meet her. Well, if you get out of here alive, you can come and meet my family. Not many outsiders come to visit, so it'll be a real treat for them. Keep that in mind. You got any little ones, Captain? Actually, yes. Oh, yeah! That's a soft drink? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, remember how I said the captain dies, Lizriel? He also has a daughter. He has a daughter just like you. Well, I'll be damned. I was like, we both have got one hell of a good reason to get out of here alive. Indeed we do. I should point out, though, that he does die protecting a little girl. So I think I mentioned this last stream that one of the villagers is a little girl that snuck aboard the ship that wasn't supposed to be on it, that her parents are probably killing themselves with worry while they're stranded on this island. Yeah, that same little girl was actually held hostage by the doctor and used as leverage when he revealed himself as the serial killer. So at the very least, he died for a young girl to protect her. To be honest, I'm not in the position as a Canadian to talk about alcoholic stereotypes, Lizriel. Alright, wait, Adel, there's something I'd like to share with you before you go. We need a wide variety of materials to finish building Castaway Village, but Dogi and I will never be able to gather all the materials we need on our own. So I'd like you to help us by gathering the materials we need while you explore. That shouldn't be a problem. Materials for building a village, huh? So stuff like wood and stone? Actually, what we need will vary depending on what we want to build. So I've come up with a bulletin board system. That way people can write down what we need. If you ever need anything specific, just write it here for all to see. Got it. We should check the bulletin board when we return to the village then. So this is very similar to like all the recent Ys games. You have quests. They're short, mid, or long-term quests. Long-term quests last straight up until the end of the game. Mid-term... mid generally just have a few chapters of open window. Short are basically, if you do not get them done before the end of the chapter, you will miss them. I do have the achievement for getting all quests done, so I don't actually have to do them, but I'm not taking any chances because a lot of quests are tied to Castaway affection, which I need to max on everyone for an achievement. I do not. Like, just like a normal playthrough, to unlock stuff in the Castaway Village, I actually have to play. Unless you're talking about materials, and then yes, I could just... If quests are asking for materials, I can just turn them in, but not all of them are just asking for materials. That's all for now. Please continue your search for any other castaways. Like, one of my favorite things in Ys 9 is, there is an NPC in the game that wants you... It's sort of like a food donation drive in the church. And they basically just ask you to donate one of every type of... one of every food in the game. So all 10. If you New Game Plus and carry over at least one of every food, you can immediately complete it right off the bat. and get all the rewards for it. However, that said, there are other collections that you cannot carry over with New Game Plus. You cannot carry over the blue petals, the azure petals. They do not carry over. You have to recollect them. I'm pretty sure you do anyways. And then I think the viewpoints don't carry over. I don't remember though, because map completion carries over, and they're a part of map completion, so I don't remember too much about that. Oh, that matter. Plan on building beds for us to use in the lodge. Could it trouble you to bring me 3 pieces of sturdy lumber? I'm in no great hurry, of course. Let me know when you have them. There you go. No bad. Only others. Captain Barbaros was able to build beds for the lodge. So we have real beds. I prefer fluffier bedding, but this should help us sleep easier. Good for you, little lady. But if you ask me, sleeping on the floor ain't all that bad, right, Adel? Hammocks are the best. Yeah, true. Hammocks do feel pretty nice, do they? But beds are obviously superior. How is this even open for debate? You two, I swear. At least the captain is thoughtful. Thank you for being so considerate. There's no need to thank me. Why? I should be thanking you for gathering materials and helping me build them. It's quite alright. This is a nice change of pace for us. I must say, I didn't expect you to be such a jack-of-all-trades, Captain. The framework for these beds is quite remarkable. Yeah, if I had a bed to build, it'd probably end up looking like a table with a blanket draped over it. Where'd you learn to do this, anyway? I've dabbled in many trades over the years. Carpentry, cargo loading, shipwright. Oh, geez, it's almost like, whoa, crazy that on being shipwrecked, you have this jack-of-all-trades guy. Even now, my daughter still asks me to make furniture for her. You don't say. By the way, I think it's Sahad that mentions that after, on his way home, he said that he would stop by to tell his daughter the news that her dad is dead. Glad to hear you and your daughter are so close. Thank you. Anyway, thank you for helping me with this. I'll do whatever I can to make sure everyone is comfortable until we get off this island. If you're ever tired while you're exploring, feel free to rest here anytime. We will, thank you.
We did it!
Yeah, see, that got me Captain Barbaros's approval, so this quest was mandatory for what I'm trying to achieve. I also want to make sure I talk to everyone. This zoom in, by the way, is necessary. This is necessary dialogue. So I need to make sure I'm doing it every time. Because if I talk to him again, it doesn't zoom in. That is what I need to try to achieve all over the place. I won't read any of it, though, because a lot of it's kind of repetitive, but... Oh, you're going to accept my request? Perfect, let me explain it to you. Alright, my request here has to do with the warehouse here. As you can see, all the material we've collected are stockpiled here. We have an exchange system in place, but some materials run out faster than others, especially materials dropped by beasts. It's hard to maintain our stock, while some items are used more often than others. Think you can help me restock? Of course. I knew you'd help me out, buddy. Judging by our current inventory, I only need a couple specific things. I need 12 murky mucus and 8 light bones more than anything else. If you bring me those, I think our storage situation will be okay. Can you get those items for me? Ah, thanks. when you've got all the materials, make sure you bring them to me, and instead of dropping them off here. Catch you later, Adel. Hand them over. Your stock beast material has been replenished. Now there's more to offer in exchange for rare materials. Yeah, so and like here, for example, you need to do certain quests to make things more available. So like this expanded the shop. Well, I'm feeling bored. I'd like to go out and flex my hunting muscles for a bit. Anyway, feel free to use the warehouse as much as you want. I'm counting on you, doggy.
Yeah,
Right back at you, buddy. Just leave all this to me.
that's one down.
See, Doggy's approval increased and we got more warehouse stuff. I cannot apparently access the warehouse right now because the game does not want to let me. So where should we start looking for other castaways? Didn't Doggy say something about seeing someone somewhat earlier? My word, were you not paying attention? Haha, sorry. Mr. Christian, you remember where we're supposed to go, don't you? North. It seemed being terrible at directions is no obstacle to becoming an adventurer. Doggy told us he saw footprints on the shore to the south. We should consult our map as we proceed. Oh yeah, I can't. I have to obtain the item that lets me climb vines. So I can't climb this yet.
Something in the tree.
Because I can't. Apparently, you can't climb vines until you get gloves to do so.
Something's there.
I'd say it's pretty dynamic. I think it also changes from area to area. Like right now, we're in this area, Nameless Coast. When we go to another area, I'm pretty sure it changes, but...
Oh, something's there. Yeah.
Oh, whoops. I hit the wrong button there. Oh, well.
I'll take this.
Allow me. Let's go.
That was very dramatic for a situation for no enemies. So like I said, I can't do anything about this until I get more people. I love how I just got a loading screen to tell me about Dana when... Well, I guess it's New Game Plus, but like... Now, thankfully, there is no getting locked out of fishing. So... I might not focus on fish right away. Because I can just get them all later, but... I was going the complete wrong way. I need to go down here. So I'm gonna warp back here because I kind of just went the wrong way and I'm not running back. And just like Ys 10, by the way, all unlocks or like not all unlocks in this game are mandatory.
Oh, farewell, ye Spanny ladies. Boy, am I glad I ran into you kids. I thought I was all alone on the Isle of Seiren.
Are all fishermen so boisterous?
My word. Looks like this big tree is blocking our way. I don't think we can get around it. We just gotta get this out of the way so we can head over to the other side, yeah? By we, are you including me? Yeah, you just sit tight, Lexia. Me and Adel will handle this.
Pow! Red one! Pow! Adol!
Huh?
Well, little lady, knock off with a weird voice.
Wasn't me. The
Oh.
voice came from up
Now it's just
above.
randomly being voiced.
Wait a minute. Ain't that the parrot the captain was teaching to talk?
Indeed it is. I wonder, were you given a name at all?
Name? My name is Little Hero.
Wow, that bird talks good.
Little Pero.
Little Pero. Messenger.
Messenger?
Messenger.
I think it might...
I tell yet.
Oh well. Come on, Adel, let's get to work. But as time passed, the two eventually realized they just weren't strong enough. So they decided to return to the village when suddenly...
Hey, Adol.
They couldn't have possibly given luck, like, I know she had a dress on the ship, but they specifically crafted Lexia's lower half very specifically. I'm just gonna say that right now. Keep in mind, I am on Nightmare, and my weapons are the base weapons of the game. If this was regular new game, I'd be getting my shit kicked. Yeah, more or less. So it proved very useful. In situations like this, I could have made it harder on myself, by the way. When I New Game Plus, there was an option that would have scaled the effectively scaled the enemies to my level. Just to let you know. In situations like this, where long-distance communication is needed, he'll be invaluable. Gotta admit, I'm pretty surprised. Nice work, little guy. I tell everything, you thank me. Now give me food. Considering the captain has been training him, he's surprisingly rude. Sahad, salty, Laxia, scary. Huh? I think he might have picked up some new words while I was talking. Well, better be more careful. I will relay a message I didn't mean to send. Perhaps we should all be mindful of that. Yeah. Wait. Is this tree that's giving you trouble, Owl? Even the front half, by the way, Lizreal, not just the rear, but like the front half too. Like those are effectively booty shorts. Like short booty shorts. Yes, can you help us out? Of course, that's why we're here. Now that Doggy's on the case, you guys have nothing to worry about. Let's give it a go then. First we have to let Doggy attempt to punch it, right? I know it's a tree, but it's blocking the path, and as such, is it technically a wall. I will say not all the Ys games have that kind of fan service, I'll be honest, to be honest. Alright. Let's clean it up. You with Dogi and Captain Barbarossa's help, moving the fallen tree was difficult. Though Laxia was reluctant at first, she too joined in to help the others too. Though everyone was covered in mud, it was all over. They were able to clear a path. Keep in mind, all covered in mud. All covered in mud.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. All covered. Hey, look at that. Look at all that mud we're covered with. Right, Lizreal? All that mud that's covering us that we were decked in head to toe in. Ew, that was tiring. I'm tired too. But it seems we finally made progress. I wonder if we would have done if the others hadn't shown up. Might need everyone's help again if we encounter more obstacles in the future. If we find more castaways, I hope they'll be willing to help us. We just gotta take things one step at a time. Addle. Impero, why are you still... What are you still doing here? I see from sky, I tell you, you thank me. Nearby events have been marked on the map. Man, this is bird steal anyways. Don't ask me. I'm just a bird. I know nothing. See for yourself. Bird cracks me up. Yes, stilted speech aside, he has already proven to be very helpful. Well, now that everything is squared away, let's continue on moving.
Ow!
Good to go.
Yeah.
Alright, what are you weak to? Are you neutral? Oh, by the way, so I might as well talk about this since I have nothing else to talk about. So, on my phone, I am playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion again. Though, playing is really a loose term, because I have not actually started playing much. Because I'm currently trying to figure out what I want my team of 6 to be. I have several Pokemon in lock, and some of them are going to require a lot of work to get. One is... So the first one locked in was Slacking. I'm going to fuse him with a Guts Pokemon, which allows me to use Facade Guts, Stab Facade Guts, which will just basically destroy everything. The problem is despite Facade being a TM, it is not a TM that is obtainable in Infinite Fusion outside of randomizers. There is only one Pokemon in the entire game that learns it as a level up move, and that Pokemon... so I have to get that Pokemon and then breed it with a Slack-Off to get the move, and that is Chimchar. So I had to change my starters to the Sinnoh starters to start with Chimchar, who I cannot evolve until at least level 31.
Alright. I hope I catch a big one.
But yeah, so that's one.
Alright.
Then I came up with the, it was Crobat Jirachi. So this one's fucking brutal. It's gonna take, Serene Grace from Togepi, and it's gonna run Bite, Air Slash, Iron Head, and Poison Fang. So Poison Fang, to start with, has a 50% chance of inflicting badly poison on the opponent. So now that'll be 100% because Serene Grace doubles effects. It's the other 3 moves that make me a villain. Bite, Iron Head, and Air Slash all have a 30% chance to inflict flinch. I have 120 base speed, meaning that I effectively will almost always go first, and I have a 60% chance every turn to effectively make the opponent never attack.
This one's alright.
I am a villain for that moveset. It is effectively, you have a 60% chance to be stun locked every turn. What was the next one? Let me look this up. I have all the Pokemon I want to use on my teams here. Then I came up with, it's going to be Togekiss Breloom, Fairy Fighting, and it's going to use Poison Heal, and it's going to know, Moonblast, Aura Sphere, and Venoshock. But why Venoshock? Venoshock only doubles damage when the target's poisoned. How are you going to poison? Because I'm going to take Breloom's Poison Heal ability, Toxic Orbit, and then instead of using Toxic, I'm going to use a move called Psycho Shift, which takes my status condition and puts it on the enemy. So I'm going to self-Toxic, which I heal from, and then just put it on the opponent to poison them so I can Venoshock.
Alright, let's get going.
It's a little creative, but it's going to be fun. I might not even use it half the time, but still not a bad Pokemon pick anyways, so. And then the other one I have locked in right now. Slacking is either going to be Heracross or Luxray. I'm still trying to decide what. I have a Kecleon Rhydon combo. Not Rhyperior, Rhydon. Because I can use Eviolite with Rhydon. This is going to be Protean so its type will change on every move used. Its attack is 116, which is lower than if it was Rhyperior, but with taking 103 defense and 95 special defense, and then Eviolite increasing that, I have a bulky fucking Pokemon that constantly is changing types with stab. So that's it. And then I'm still trying to figure out my... I think I'm going to be doing the Haxorus B-Barrel, where it's basically going to be on the... It's going to be Dragon Water on the weaker side. It basically uses Dragon Dance Simple. So basically Simple is an ability that makes it so any stat modification done to you is doubled. So if I Dragon Dance, instead of +1 attack and speed, it'll be +2 attack and speed. Which effectively will allow me to instantly outspeed and murder everything. I do have this one, which is Magmortar Lurantis. The idea is to run Overheat and Leaf Storm, which just effectively allows me to, because it's going to have Contrary, it'll just get a stat boost every single time.
All right, let's get going.
Yep, now it's my turn, 100%. But I'm still trying to decide if I want this Lurantis one. I'm looking through abilities just to see, like, what else I can use out of the Pokemon that are in this game. Without going for the obvious ones, like, like, I could obviously go with, like...
Alright, let's get going.
I can obviously go with, like, huge power. I considered Technician, I considered Soul Link, or Skill Link, I mean... Oh, I can't wait till the Hoenn one comes out. So the Hoenn one comes out, it has 3 phases to update. I will not be playing it until the 3rd phase is out. Just saying. I'm trying... The Luxray pick for Slacking is entirely based off of, if I'm going to run the Magmortar Lurantis. Because I already have 2, because of the Breloom one, I already have 2 flying weaknesses, and I'm not... I try not to have more than 2 Pokemon on my team weak to the same type.
Let's get going.
I completely got distracted now, but...
Let's get going.
I really wish Loaded Dice was in the game, but it's not, sadly.
All right, let's get going. Let's get going.
I could still use Chimchar. Its hidden ability is Iron Fist, which boosts the power of all punching moves by 20.
It's up to you,
Oh, yeah, we gotta find all the monuments and stuff.
What a beautiful view.
What a captivating sight. Its beauty is mesmerizing. You know, this weird-looking rock might make for a good landmark. You should note its location on our map. So landmarks, I believe, are another area you can fast travel to. I think. No, you cannot. Never mind. I know you can in other games.
my turn now.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. If you don't know what the enemy is weak to in these Ys games, when you approach an enemy, your active character will tell you. So as you saw there, I approached the enemy and Sahad said, "I'm counting on you, Adel." That tells me that it's going to be a slash weak enemy. They have, the line is based on who's in your active party. So if I don't have anyone, it won't say anything. If I don't have anyone in the party, it won't say anything. And if it was Donna in the party, then they would say Donna instead. If I have both, then the game kind of just makes it up. I keep hitting the wrong buttons.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Your turn. Somebody's there.
So the game actually tells you how many people you need for locations now. So for example, this one I need 20 people. Which I think is all the Castaways. So that's the bonus optional dungeon at the end of the game. Or no, that's nearly all the Castaways, that's right. There's one that requires more than that. I think it's 22 or 23 that's the max, maybe?
This fruit looks delicious.
All right. I hope I catch a big one. All right. Well, that's not bad. Let's do it! I hope I catch a big one. All right! She's a beauty! I hope I catch a big one. Gotta fight! Well, that's not bad.
Oh, somebody.
Eat that.
I'm pretty sure once I trigger this scene, I will not get to continue exploring. I'll have to come back here. I'm gonna go through here first.
Eat this! Ah. Here we go!
This is it!
God, I hate this enemy. Can you fuck right off, please?
You're pretty good.
Leave it to me! Here we go! Yeah.
Allow me.
My turn now!
On guard.
Let's go!
Treasure!
10 days have passed since I first arrived here, and no matter how far I look out to the sea, I have yet to see a single ship pass by. Guess it's time for me to make a decision. I'm going to survive this cursed island. I have to figure out how to escape it on my own. T. Is this? Days have been left behind by someone who was here before us. News of this person is still alive, though.
Let's go!
So by the way, another way to tell what enemy is weak to what. When you attack them, the number of your colors will be either yellow, blue, or white. White means they have no weakness, or at the very least neutral to your attacks. Blue means they resist that type of attack, and yellow means they're weak to it.
Allow me.
My turn! Here we go. What's biting today? I got one! Awesome!
Ooh, a treasure chest.
Yeah.
That fruit looks delicious.
Oh no, that chest is behind the wall. that I can't break.
Huh? What is this place? Oh, my darling.
Aha, found one. Who are you? Hello. By any chance, were you a passenger aboard the Lombardia? Yes, I was. Who are you people? Explain everything that has happened since the Lombardia sank. Is there an island? Oh no. Castaways are gathering at a base camp not far from here. We can escort you there. Okay, my name is Allison. Adel returned with Allison to Castaway Village and introduced her to Barbados, fuck Genshin, Barbaros and Dogi. She seemed very shocked to learn that she had washed ashore on a deserted island. Though she seemed hesitant at first, Allison decided she would help the others escape. And so...
I understand the situation now. In the city, I worked as a seamstress. I even had my own shop. If there is anything
I'll be grateful for your assistance. This may be a little strange question, but you didn't happen to find a man around my age named Ed, did you? A man? Huh, everyone we found so far is here. Oh, I see. Alright, were you traveling with your husband? Yes, we were together the whole time, even as we were falling into the ocean. We were separated by the current, and I haven't seen him since. Don't lose hope. I'm sure your husband ended up somewhere on this island just like you. Isn't that right, Mr. Kristen? I'm sure he's somewhere. Really think so? Thank you, Adel. You must be tired, Allison. Lexia, could you escort her to the lodge? Yes. Right this way, Allison. Thank you. She's pregnant! That's 100% true, by the way. She ends up giving birth on the island. Looks like this place is getting a little livelier. Something on your mind? Yes, but we keep this between us. I'm concerned that the beasts are becoming more aggressive. Beasts, huh? That could be bad for us. At the moment, I don't think anything is about to happen. But we should keep up with a plan to defend the village and keep everyone safe. Understood. Just tell me your plan and I'll do everything I can to put it into action. Thank you. Adel, you and the others keep searching and mapping the island. Wonder where you'll end up next. Based on what you've mapped thus far, I think you've thoroughly searched this area. Means they'll be gradually getting further away from the village. But we have Paro with us, so we can let you know from here if there's anything you need from us. Indeed, it might be best if you start searching areas you haven't mapped out yet. I'm counting on you two. Did you come and check on me? Feels much better after getting rest. Thank you. Giving Allison some advice. You? Really? What's that supposed to mean? Just wondering what I can do to help around here. Allison and her husband own their tailoring business. The shop, I help my husband by taking care of all the sewing. So if I'm going to help out around here, that'll be my contribution. It's not too much trouble. I'd like to borrow a space where I could do some sewing. The idea to Captain Barbaros, who was more than welcoming to it. Dogi took care to secure a location and provide Allison with sewing supplies. This will do nicely. Looks like you're all set. Yes, I'm sorry for the trouble. I didn't think it would be so much work. Now, I feel like I have a space to call my own. If you ever need anything sewn, please come to me, Adel. Allison created variety of items provided she has the materials. Certain items can only be made here, so be sure to check in often. I believe you prepared all this for me. Thank you so much. I'm pretty limited, but I'll do what I can to help out. If you have anything in need of mending, I'll be happy to handle it.
Please, take your time.
Yeah, so she makes... It's just these guys make... These ones are all accessories. Oh, and armor too, but I have the endgame armor, so all of this is just useless.
This is a rare product. 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 Please come again.
Is that supposed to... Are these supposed to reference outfits? Like, reference other characters? I'm going cool fencer. We'll go pretty lady. You know, we'll change it up. So let's reskin everyone. Sir Christian, may I have a moment? This village is sorely lacking in privacy, and this area in particular is no exception. I think the woman would feel more comfortable in here if the entrance had a covering. Don't you agree? I'd like you to help me. Discuss this matter with Allison. You provide her with a soft, fibrous material. She can use it to make a pair of curtains. She says she only needs 2 soft fibers to make the curtain. If you find any, please let me know. I'm counting on you. Yes, then I shall make the most luxurious curtains. You with Adel helping, making the curtains by hand proved somewhat difficult. Thanks to Allison's help, they managed to finally complete the curtains. Finally. We did it, Mr. Christian. Feel much safer now. Yes, I finally feel like I've gained some peace of mind. No, I don't have to worry about being exposed ever again. Never mind. Just forget what I said. Exposed? What do you mean? If you don't remember, then there's no point in fretting over it. I'm not ready to forgive you for what happened earlier, but you've entered my good graces by helping me with this task, so I've decided to forget what happened. You're welcome, by the way. Having said that, I do feel much better now. You have more matters to attend to if and when the number of castaways increases. I'll be counting on you to help me in the future.
We did it!
There are the curtains, by the way. But my wife is worried sick about me. She's a real tough woman, though. Allison's pretty sensitive, so I'm a little worried. I hope her husband is okay. Well, let's keep searching the island. By the way, there's a boulder by the spot where I was washed ashore. Alright.
Good to go!
If we're able to find a survivor, there might be some more people who washed ashore on the island like her husband. Do your best to find them. Tell you, if I see them, you better thank me. Counting on you two. Prep the village so we have more rooms for more castaways. Leave this place to me. By the way, what's up with the giant bird? Just sitting outside the village. Doesn't seem like it's going to attack, so I've been ignoring it. Makes me nervous though. Well, I'm sure it'll fly away. Let's keep ignoring it. So this is Shoebill. This is the one you have to feed all the fish to. Oh, you're gonna stay put. It seems to like this place. Squaw. Maybe it's hungry. Try feeding it some fish. So I can feed it every fish but the king salmon, but that's I think because the king salmon is a once only fish catch per save file, so I'll have to wait till I get to the map it's on. I'm pretty sure I remember what map that is. Pretty sure it's actually an optional map, so. Spirit Elixir, let's go! Alright, so there's more fish, obviously. I need to catch most of these bottom ones. I don't even have a third adventuring gear slot yet. think next up is the blacksmith.
Yes!
My turn now.
Let's go.
The game changes once I get Hummel on my side. The crazy thing is, I don't think I've ever New Game Plus this game. I beat it once and was happy. And then I beat it again on stream. But I don't think I ever New Game Plused it.
Eat that. Who's that?
Oh, something's there.
On guard!
Let's go.
I'm gonna catch a ton.
All right. There. Fight. This is going great.
Oh, a chest.
Treasure chest.
I've got a pretty strong arm to pull in something like that.
Fight. Well, better than nothing. Take that. Take that.
That fruit looks juicy. Yeah. Eat that. Here we go.
You're pretty good! How lucky!
Eat that.
Allow me!
My turn now.
Yes.
All right. Let's
Yes.
clean it up.
Thanks, everyone.
I can't do anything with that because I need to be able to climb vines.
That fruit was
Your turn!
delicious.
Well, Lizrael, you make it seem like I made the wrong decision.
Your turn,
Treasure. I'm coming.
You're pretty good!
Oh, there's something in the tree.
I appreciate the animators that went through all the trouble to make that rock definitely
What a superb
covered
view.
in massive amounts of bird shit. That's an artistic talent, to be sure.
There's something in the tree. I'm counting on you, Adolf. Leave it to me. Eat that.
Allow me!
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, Hummel, the next character I get, he comes in and out of the party a lot, but Hummel's mechanic is that he's really hard to play until late game where he gets the best skill in the game, and then all you do is just spam that one skill.
There's something.
Like, basically, I didn't use Hummel at all in my playthrough until I got that skill, and then he became my go-to play character. My team, I think, ended up being Adel, Hummel, and Rakota? I like Dana, don't get me wrong. My problem is the game likes to keep taking Dana out of your team. Especially, like, in that final boss, like, the true ending final boss, you don't have Dana. Dana's gone. That's why I generally, like, don't gear her up that much, because...
There seems to be something in the tree.
But I'm gonna change that because, the funny thing is I knew this at the time, but having now played Genshin and, like, learning more about the VAs and stuff, well, Dana is voiced by Brianna Knickerbocker, who voices Hu Tao, and is one of my favorite female VAs. And, like, so, like, I straight up, like, cannot, like, avoid using her.
Here we go. There. Good. There. I got one. Hey, I caught one. There. Fight. Hey, I caught one. There. Fight. Awesome.
Yeah, I know I said it last stream. Out of the 6 playable characters, 4 of them voice Genshin characters. Adel and Sahad's VAs do not. Luxia's is Kuki Shinobu. Dana is... There you go, another soundtrack for you, Lizreal.
There's something there.
What was it? Hummels is D-Luke. And I forget what Rakota's was Shinglin. I just cured my poison!
Here we go. There. Fight. Well, better than nothing. There. Puzzle!
Oh, there's something there.
Ooh, a treasure chest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, something's there.
Third time I've had to cure poison.
All right. There. I got one. Hey, I caught one.
I need to make sure I'm keeping an eye on the location and stuff because I need to find 2 more people. I'm pretty sure this map leads... Yes, it does. There's an area, this map leads to an optional area that has raptors on it. They are very fierce.
Wandering around
In
this
the main
deserted
game,
island,
they are also insanely high leveled. Like, you cannot, I think it's actually up here. I can't get to them yet. You have to be able to double jump. They are very high leveled. Like, if you were, you can, so they're normal, like, these primordials are normally level 40. There's a shit ton of them, because they attack in packs. And, they attack fast, and the first time you arrive on the map, they're normally like 30 levels higher than you. And the entire map is foggy.
Oh, something's there.
A treasure.
Which lowers your depth perception down. And as I said before, you cannot kill primordials yet.
Oh, there's something there. There's something there.
Switch.
Alright, see you later, Lizreal. Nice having you stick around. This probably isn't going to go on for much longer anyways, so...
Leave it to me.
My turn now.
There, we unlocked the shortcut now. So I think I need double jump to get that chest. Oh no, no, sorry, it's you need a vine, you need climbing to get to it. Oh, camping. Camping.
Feels like we've been walking non-stop. That all.
Yeah, keep docking. The reason us sailors call them sea legs, you know. Not surprised this is a breeze for you, Adel. What with you being an adventurer and all. Suppose your insatiable wanderlust does have its advantages. Your limitless stamina, for instance. Gotta take a break. Me and Laxi are about to pass out. Seems safe enough. I don't see any beasts nearby. How about we set up camp here for the night? Set up camp? As in, the three of us camping together? You don't wanna? Of course I don't. Why must I camp with you two? Well, the island of Seirin is way bigger than any of us suspected. There's no way we can reach the whole island without setting up camps. What? I have to suck it up. Ugh. It does seem rather impractical to return to the village every night. Though I don't like this one bit. I do understand. Good. We all agree. Let's set up camp right away. You ever set up camp before, Adel? Set up camp all the time. Well, huh? You adventurers sure know their stuff. Right then, let's get started.
Given this island's obvious lack of light sources, I assume nights here would be pitch dark. And yet, the moons and stars are far brighter than I thought them to be.
We sailors rely on the moons and stars to help us navigate at sea. Some things can only really be seen at night, long after the sun goes down.
What made you want to become a fisherman, Sahad?
Huh? Why do you want to know? Huh? Well, guess you could say I didn't have a choice. I grew up on an island called Crete. Pretty much all we got there is the sea. Doesn't matter how old you are, if you want to eat, you gotta fish it up yourself. So, where I'm from, if you want to live, you gotta fish. Simple as that.
I can't even imagine what that must have been. Wasn't it difficult for you to grow up in a harsh environment like that?
Harsh? I suppose. I've had my fair share of hardships over the years. And the sea, she could be gentle like a mother, but she could also be terribly violent.
I'm inclined to agree as well.
Still, even after going through a hardship like this, I got nothing but respect for the sea.
What?
The sea is both bountiful and mighty. She's provided me with delicious meals and shaped me into the man sitting before you.
Shaped you?
You can't face the sea in all her grand majesty unless you first accept how small you are. The sea's no place for bluster or bravado. She don't stand for that nonsense. One careless misstep is all it takes to lose everything. Humans are small, fragile creatures, especially out there.
Ah.
When I realized that, I thought, I need to accept how small I am and be true to myself. And once I did that, I felt like I could face the world for the first time. That's why I don't like being dishonest. I've been true to myself for a long time, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. Damn right! I'm Sahad Nautilus of Crete.
Being true to oneself.
All right, I'm feeling much lighter now. Time to hit the hit. Let's get some shut-eye, you two.
Hold on a sec.
Huh?
You will sleep near the entrance, Sahad. Mr. Kristen will sleep in the center, and I will be in the far corner. Wait, that would place me downwind. Father, where are you?
Into the Great Tree as candidates to become the next Maiden of the Great Tree. This temple is your home now. There exists a power that allows one to manipulate the laws of nature. This power, one can read the wind, control water and fire, and even foresee the future. Call this power Essence. Gather here today because each of you are blessed with the power of Essence. Under our tutelage, you will receive a proper education. When the time comes, one of you will be chosen to be the next Maiden of the Great Tree. As you know, the Maiden of the Great Tree stands in equal footing with the Queen of Eternia. Please keep that in mind as you face what lies ahead. Strange, I thought it was this way. Wow, what a magnificent tree. Is this the Great Tree of Origins, the center of the entire kingdom? Ray vision. I saw a woman? Either you are a candidate, not supposed to be here. Your Eminence, I am... Is a woman sleeping inside the Great Tree of Origins? I'm sorry. Couldn't have asked such a strange question. You saw it too? Yes. What is your name, child? Donna. Listen carefully, Donna. Do not speak of what you saw to anyone. It could undo the world itself. Huh? Although, if you do become the next maiden, perhaps that time will come. Looks like the cleric finally released you from her sermon. Sarai, did you come and pick me up? I didn't come alone. Grouch is with me too. Oh, Olga. Don't Olga me. Such a troublemaker. You snuck out of the temple to go wandering around the black market. You entered a cleric's room without permission and destroyed things, claiming it was research. And just now you ditched the trial ceremony to sneak into the garden of the great tree. What is wrong with you? Sorry about that. Forgetting something, huh? The baby bird you're hiding under your clothes. But you snuck into the garden to save it. How did you know? What are you waiting for? Hurry up and take care of it. Otherwise you'll miss out on dinner if you keep dragging your feet. Alright, thank you, Olga. That's so funny, Sarai. Nothing. For the top maiden candidate, you sure do worry about Dana a lot. Well, yes, well. You've noticed that tendency of hers tendency? Donna thinks someone or something is in trouble. She'll risk a life and limb to save it. Generally speaking, that is an admirable quality. But Donna doesn't think things through. She's impulsive and reckless. I think it's sweet. It's not the point. Sure, it's all well and good right now, but if she continues down this path... Morning, we got ourselves another beautiful day. What's the matter? You look tired, Adel. I had a strange dream. Dream? Didn't you mention something about a dream the other day? Anyway, pull yourself together. We can't find the other castaways or map this area without you. How'd you sleep, Alexia? Well, I managed to get more rest than I expected I would. That's great to hear. Well, I still miss sleeping in the bed. We should make more campsites in other places. That way we got places to rest if the going gets tough. Just hate to admit it, you're right. Find safe locations. Okay, Adel, let's get going.
Good luck on the search!
That fruit looks delicious.
Oh?
Hey, look at that. What a fascinating place. It looked like it was carved from these cliffs. Like a bunch of coral. Perhaps this used to be a coral reef when this area was completely underwater. Think that's possible? Sure about searching this place? We could end up getting lost here. Search this place. You're right. Other castaways may have gotten lost in here. And this place could lead to other areas of the island. Guess we should search this place if we're gonna Make things easier in the long run. I agree. Let's go.
Leave it to me.
It's up to you, son.
There's something there.
How lucky!
Eat this.
It's up to you, Sahan.
Yeah. 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 I'm not done yet. Yeah. Treasure. Come on. There's something there.
Get that honey.
On guard!
My turn now.
Allow me! Give up!
Oh, something's there.
Like this!
Treasure chest.
I do know I can fall down.
It's up to you, Sahan.
I think I'm supposed to fall down.
Your turn! Give up!
Yeah.
Switch.
There's something there.
Your turn, Mr. President!
Yeah.
Go, Sahan!
Not done yet. Not done yet. Yeah. Not on you at all. Not done yet.
Ooh, a treasure chest!
Oh, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
I have to go from the other side. God, I hated every second of that. Get up. Come on.
How lucky! Ooh, a treasure chest!
Hey, that's... Hey, it's the asshole and the serial killer.
Ouch! My ankle! What are you waiting for? Please, be still. You seem to have sprained your ankle.
Not a serious injury, but just be safe. I'll make a splint for your ankle. Why does this misfortune happen to befall me? It wouldn't have happened if the ship hadn't sunk. Oh, wow. Three people, how did you get here? These two look familiar. I'm pretty sure I saw them on the Lombardia. What? That's some fancy getup you're wearing. Who are you anyway?
Who am I, you ask? You are in the presence of Sir Carlin, honorable noble of the Roman Empire.
The Roman Empire? And what about you?
My name is Kiergaard. I'm doctor, actually.
The doctor, well, you definitely sound handy.
Who are you folks?
Hedel and the others introduce themselves and explain the situation. Cursed Forsaken Island, what's going to happen to us? Ship, I demand that someone prepare a ship at once. We must flee this island post-haste. If that was possible, we wouldn't be in this mess. So how'd you two end up here anyway? Well, when we washed ashore on this island, we stayed put and waited for help to arrive, but after a while it didn't seem like help was on its way, so we decided to look for others. Never would have guessed, though, this island was completely deserted, though. Gotcha. Think I have a better idea what's going on now. It's probably best if we go with you to Castaway Village. How could this happen to me? Oh, you girl. Me? Based on your attire, you must be of noble birth as well. Tell me name of your house. I am a member of House Roswell of Garmin. Garmin? You a provincial noble by chance? Say, I believe I've heard mention of that family as of late. No matter, daughter of House Roswell, lend me your shoulder. Why? So you escort me to Castaway Village. I cannot make the trek on my own, for I have injured my ankle, you see. Come along now, Chop Chop. You may carry me if it pleases you. That might prove difficult,
I'll
Sir
take
Carlin.
you guys back to Castaway Village.
What? What are you doing here? I happened to be in the area already, taking care of a few things. My eyes in the sky over here spotted you guys and told me you were nearby. Found Adel. Found Red. Oh, I see. Just about to head back just now anyway. I can escort these two to the village for you. I wish to be escorted by a hulking brute like you. You guys need to focus on searching for other castaways. The only way we're getting off this island is if we all help each other. So could you please cooperate? Fine. Let's just get this over with already. Then you need me to carry you? Perfectly capable of walking on my own, thank you very much. So he was faking the injury, obviously. Leave. That stuffed shirt seemed like a real pain in the ass. Can we talk before we go? A moment before you go. It's interesting that you call yourself an adventurer. I like how it sounds. Yes, I think it's a fitting descriptor for you. Since you're an adventurer, I feel like I can trust you some permanent information. There was actually a third castaway who was with us. She chose to stay behind. Can you tell me about her? Well, she seemed like a composed young woman. I would assume she's still at the original spot where we washed ashore. It's assuming, where's this spot exactly? We washed up on the shore on the other side of this forest. Could you please speak to her if you happen to find her? Said she's by herself? That's kind of sad. She's a very brave woman, but a woman nonetheless. We've been worried about her since we left her behind. Understood. We'll head out at once. Thank you. Please find her. Anyway, I suppose I should be off now too. Thank you very much for all your help. Hi, Jade. JD girl. JD girl. It's a doctor's demeanor. I imagine he'll be very helpful to us. Sir Carlin, on the other hand. Let's get through this forest to find that shore. The boss, right? Yep.
Yes!
My turn now!
Let's go!
Allow me! Here! Right there!
My turn now!
Leave it to me!
Switch!
On guard!
Let's go! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! I'll take this!
And he's dead.
All right. I hope I catch a big one. Gotta fight! Feels like a big one. Looking good. Well, that's not bad.
Hey! Hey!
Eat this!
Look. A dead body? Been here long before we arrived. Judging by its attire, it's likely part of the same pirate crew as the other corpse we found. What's this? Strange pair of gloves near the corpse. Perhaps we can make use of them. Zahad, can you pick them up for us? Me? Men should take the initiative in situations like this. Well, if it's gonna help us survive. Nothing personal, dead pirate guy. If you found those gloves, why not try wearing them? If we're gonna anger the dead, might as well go the whole mile.
Look, there's some ivy up ahead. I think you can use those gloves to climb it, Mr. Kristen.
Wow, these are some great gloves. I bet we can reach more places now.
Your chest. Hey!
Here we go.
Somebody's there.
And here we go.
Alright, got that chest.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. There's something there. Just say the word.
It's up to you, Sahan.
Poisoned again.
Here we go. Yeah.
The treasure chest.
What now?
Somebody's there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's climb back up from this side this time.
That's troublesome. It's up to you, Sahan. The treasure chest.
Can you fuck right off? I don't know why I keep thinking my roommate's home. I keep thinking like I'm hearing my roommate come home, but my roommate won't be home until like after 9. I do want to end the stream soon.
There's something there.
I was aiming for 7, but I'm hoping to see if I can get the get this last person before I head out.
There's something there.
It's up to you, Sahaj.
Treasure something there.
So the resist, by the way, only exists while the enemy is has a bar. Their weakness breaks it, and then they're vulnerable to all damage. Bosses do not have a resist, though. Or at least a weakness. They don't follow the weakness resist system.
Eat that.
Oh, something. Those appeared out of nowhere.
Whoa! Where'd they?
Oh, something.
Be careful, Adol.
What a beautiful view.
Emergency!
That void.
Is that Pep?
What do you want? I'm pretty busy, you know. Emergency if something happened. Many beasts, Castaway Village in danger. Beast, what's going on? Hurry up! Hurry back! Sounds like this rather unusual situation. Let's return to the village, Mr. Christian. Disturbance in the village. Fast travel to the village from the main map.
Oh, something's there.
Adol! Boy, am I glad to see you.
What happened?
Yeah, well, I need you to remain calm. Looks like beasts have surrounded Castaway Village.
Beasts?
So what Paro said was true.
The beasts around here have been getting more. Why don't we go talk to the captain?
Here are the numbers of the beasts surrounding the village. Couldn't tell you, but they'll keep increasing bit by bit. Figured something like this would happen, so I set up a barricade just to be safe. Hoping we'd never need to use it. What a day. But they're ticked off for, at us for being in their territory. That's one possibility. Oof. What should we do? The stone cliffs around the village are our best defense. Attempting to flee the village would pose a greater risk than staying put. That makes sense. Then what are we gonna do? Long term, it's our best interest to defend this village. In which case, I propose that we meet the beasts on the field and fight them off. Sounds easier said than done. You got a plan for fighting them off? Yeah, we determined the beasts are invading from 2 points. The shore to the south and the mountains to the north. I propose we split our 2 groups and meet the beasts in both points. Adel, I want you, Loxi, and Sahad to defend the southern shore. The rest of you will come with me to fight off the beasts coming from the mountains. How does that plan sound to you? Sounds good to me. Thank you. I know I keep asking you to risk your life. I do apologize for that. So you feel like you're fully prepared? Position yourself in your assigned area. I wish you all the best.
Please, take your time. See you next time.
Alright, well this is where we'll call the stream. Alright. So tomorrow is going to be Divinity. We're going to try and push forward in the second half of the first island. So with that said, I'm going to call it here. Tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow's Divinity. Hopefully we'll be able to push forward. We will not get off the island. I'm telling you that right now. It'll probably be like 3 or 4 more streams before we finally get off the island. But with that said, my name is Daimien Kamiya. I am the Omni King. Be a friend for a member of the Omni Council. I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.